USA Today White House correspondent Gregory Korte is in Washington. Greg, let's start at the State Department. The president's budget proposal is being sold as an America First budget. It would increase spending for the Pentagon and for the southern border, but cut funds for foreign aid. What's the reception been like so far? Is it being perceived as an opening bid?
Yeah, this is obviously an extremely ambitious budget. In terms of the cuts, nothing quite has ever been proposed like it in recent history. And so, yeah, to some extent, it is an opening offer. Remember, Republicans have control of both Congress and the White House, and so they do have a lot of room to maneuver here. But these are pretty drastic cuts to the foreign aid budget. Foreign aid isn't an easy sell with the American people, but inside Washington, I think it's viewed by longtime politicians and the establishment as a very crucial and frankly cheap foreign aid, foreign relations tool as compared to military options.
Well,
yeah.
I was just going to ask about another issue, to health care, because this is something that certainly is being hotly debated. I want to focus on this dynamic, though, between the president and Speaker Ryan. Let's listen to a bit of sound from the speaker and the president describing their relationship over the past 2 days.
This president is getting deeply involved. He is helping bridge gaps in our conference. He is a constructive force to help us get to a resolution so that we get consensus on how to repeal and replace Obamacare. This president is getting deeply involved. He is helping bridge gaps in our conference. He is a constructive force to help us get to a resolution so that we get consensus on how to repeal and replace Obamacare. I would say that there is no intrigue, palace intrigue, divisions between the principals.
I think he is on board with the American people. I do believe that strongly. I think he is on board with my presidency. I think he wants to make it very successful. I like him. We had our run-ins, as you probably have heard, initially. But I think he is very much on board. He wants to do the right thing. That I believe 100%. We're going to take care of the people.
All right, so Greg, given the level of resistance from the party, how has the sales strategy changed in the face of criticism? And how do you see the president's role evolving as negotiations play out?
Well, President Trump is not a policy guy. He's not a detail guy. And from the beginning, this was an enterprise that Paul Ryan, who is very much the policy wonk on these things, that he was going to be driving the boat on. Now, the speaker came out this week and he said the president's been very involved in drafting this. The speaker realizes, I think, that he needs the president not just to sign the bill that gets to his desk, but he needs sort of the mandate of the president to help bring along the fractured factions of the House of Representatives and the Republican caucus to all rally behind one particular bill. The debate so far has been what are the failings of the Affordable Care Act? Why should we get rid of Obamacare? The tougher sell has been on finding a single solution to replace it with.
Let's turn to the president's claim of wiretapping. We now have a united front from both the House and Senate Intelligence Committees and the Republican Speaker of the House saying that the president's accusation that former President Obama had wiretapped his phones during the campaign have no merit. Is there, you think, Greg, some kind of strategic upside here in the president maintaining that claim?
President Trump is not a man who ever likes to back down once he has staked out a position. So he is entrenched here. His press secretary, Sean Spicer, comes out and defends it every day. The strategy of late has been to try to broaden the definition of wiretapping to include other kinds of surveillance. We even heard Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway this week suggest that microwaves can be used as surveillance tools in this sort of Internet of Things age. And so, look, this is something that's not going to get resolved anytime soon. We still have a disconnect between the provable facts that are in the public record about what may have happened at Trump Tower and the president's assertions on Twitter.
A lot to watch. Greg Korte, thanks so much.
Thank you.